I'm Christine.
I'm Ben.
And it's time to hit it with your favorite band.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Full Body Bands. Today we have 2 rounds, 6 exercises, 60 seconds each. Should be a pretty packed agenda, but hopefully we can fit that all in. So for what we will need today, you will need bands, whatever type you have available to you. These are typical resistance bands. You can find them anywhere online. You can do the types with handles. You can do the types with a full circle there. You will also need a towel, water, and a positive attitude. When you're using your bands, make sure you take a good look at them. We have our red band here that has a couple big gashes in it. You can see them here. When you pull on this, there is the risk that will snap and come back and hit you in the face, which is something you really don't want. So make sure that you check your bands before you use them. You should also have your shoes on for this because it will help with the friction of the band. All right, so our exercises today, we've got a shoulder press, squat, bicep curl, rows, tricep extension, and a lunge. And of course our mystery bonus at the end of it all. So we'll get into a couple warm-up exercises here. Make sure you've got some distance between you and a partner or a wall, whatever you have around you. We're going to start with arm circles. So we've got our crimp grip here. We're going forward, arms below the shoulders. Start them out. So as you keep that crimp grip, that's why you have to have good space there. As you keep that crimp grip, make sure your wrists are tilted up so you can feel a little stretch in the forearms. Get those circles as big as you can make them, but below the level of the shoulder. And we are going to flip the grip here and circle back. So your thumbs are now pointing backwards, palms facing up. Same motion except in reverse. So our arms are below the level of the shoulder. Nice big wide circles. All right. Keeping that grip. Our knuckles are coming to the sides of the temples here, crushing the skull. So our elbows are coming in. Rotating the knuckles around the side of the temple here. Thumbs around the level of the bottom of the jaw. Here for another couple seconds. And because this is full body today, that's good, you can drop that. Because this is full body, we're going to do our legs as well. So we'll do some leg pulls. What I want you to do is find your balance here, grab that left leg, have it bent in front of you. We're just going to pull it up twice here. So pull, pull, activate and elongate the muscle. Switch legs to the right, pull, pull. Back to the left, we'll do 4 rounds of each of these. That's 2. Switch legs. Remember, it's a pull, pull. Activate the muscle, elongate the muscle. I think this is the 4th round. Lost count there. We might have done a 5th. Numbers are hard. All right, we're going to go behind the body now. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a side view. Christina will do forward. Grab that ankle. Pull, pull. Same thing. Not just one continuous motion. It's not just yank all the way up. Pull, pull. 3rd round, I think. All right.
Good counting.
Good counting. And the last one, this one might be a little bit more tough to balance, so make sure you have something near you for stability. Have the leg bent in front of you on the side. We're just going to pull, pull, pigeon stretch. I don't know why it's called that. We're just going to pigeon do this. Pull, pull. You should feel that kind of the outside of the hips. And our last one here. Nice. All right, now that we're warmed up, we're going to go into a shoulder press, so grab your bands, and here's how to do the exercise. Stand on the band with your legs spread hips width to start. Take a firm grip of the band or handles with the hands starting at the level of the shoulder. Press directly up, being mindful not to lock out the elbows at the top of the rep. Slowly reverse the motion, controlling the descent of the rep back down to the starting position. If the tension of the bands gets to be too much during the set, decrease the width of your stance by bringing your feet closer together. This will reduce the force needed and allow you to keep pushing. So if you have the bands with the handles, remember that you can actually choose multiple bands to put on a handle if you are between different colors. If a red's too hard or black's too easy, pair them up. That way you can get a good range of different sizes and weights here for your exercises. So for our shoulder press, we're going to stand hips width apart. As the demo showed, if you need this to be a little bit easier as you're going, narrow your grip, narrow your stance. That puts less pressure on the bands, less tension on the bands, and will be a little easier on the shoulders. But to start out, let's try our hips width stance. Arms go straight up to the shoulders. We're starting here in a minute in 3, 2, hit it. Now when you're coming up here, you don't need to lock off the grip. You don't need to go all the way up and have your shoulders completely, or your elbows I should say, completely locked out. We're 15 seconds in here, 45 seconds to go. Pace yourself. Remember, if this gets harder, bring the stance in. Less resistance on the bands, less tension. We are halfway through. Keep it going. Because this is a long one, if you need to, take a break. Roll your neck out, get some blood back in the shoulders, widen that stance when you're ready, and then keep pushing. We have 15 seconds left. We are here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nicely done. A minute is a long time. Remember, you can always pause the video as you need to. But up next, we have our squat. Here's how to do it.
Stand on the band with your legs spread hips width and feet facing forward. Take a firm grip of the band or handles and position the band up by your shoulders. Keep your back upright in a neutral position and lower yourself by bending your knees, dropping your butt back, and keeping the weight positioned in your heels. As you lower, make sure to keep your knees in line with your ankles to protect the knee joint. Drop as low as you are able while keeping good form and stability, then push up with your heels back to the starting position. If maintaining good form and balance is posing a significant challenge, decrease your range of motion by not dropping as low.
So with our squat, we've got our bands between our feet here, that same hips width stance. You can't really widen or narrow the feet here because we don't want to drop the level of the squat and ruin the whole form of the exercise. So our hands are going to go up again by the shoulders, closing that grip off, coming down into our squat in 3, 2, 1, hit it. So remember, the tension here is where we are coming up on the rep. As the bands elongate, there's more force. So you'll feel this easier going down and harder going up. If you need to, you can drop the bands a little bit. That might be a good bicep burn. Otherwise, keep them up by the shoulders because you can always take a breather. As with any squat, make sure those knees are staying in line with the ankles, not hyperextending, not going far over the ankles. Keep a nice neutral back, neutral spine, looking forward. We've got 10 seconds left to go here. Three, 2, 1. Get one more rep in. Nice job. All right, up next, we've got our bicep curls. Here's how to do it.
Create a loop with the center of the band on the floor in front of you. The larger the loop, the more tension will be on the bands. Step down with one foot on the loop. Grip the band or handle firmly in the center of your palm. Curl up all the way, then reverse the motion, lowering down completely. Keep the full range of motion during the exercise. If it gets too difficult at any point, lift your foot, decrease the size of the loop, or undo the loop entirely and keep going.
Starting in here with our curls, making a loop on the floor. The bigger that loop, the harder this curl will be. Shorten your loop for an easier curl. Make sure you have even tension between both arms here. Whatever leg you lead with, you'll switch in the next round, but make sure you have a nice straight leg coming forward in 3, 2, 1, hit it. Remember, we are here for a minute, so pace yourself. You don't want to start super strong, in the end burn yourself out. As this gets tougher, remember you can shrink the size of that circle under your foot. Just lift your foot up, pull the bands apart, get your foot back down, and then keep going. You want to keep that continuous motion if you can. Otherwise, shake them out, take a quick rest, and jump right back into it. We're only here for 15 more seconds or so. Try and get that full range of motion in. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Nice work. Feel that sweat coming? 3 exercises in, we have 3 to go. Up next, our seated row. Here's how to do it.
Take a seat on the floor and wrap the center of the band around the bottom of your shoes. Sit with your back straight and legs flat out in front of you. Choke your grip up on the band so there is a firm tension when you pull back. If you have bands with a handle, you may need to grab the band itself rather than the handles to get the appropriate tension. Pull straight back until your elbows are bent by your side. Retract your shoulder blades, pulling them back as if trying to touch them together behind you. Then slowly extend your arms back out to reverse the motion.
Taking a seat on the floor here for our seated row. With this one, you'll have a slight advantage if you have a closed circle band like Christine has. Otherwise, you guys might need to choke up on your bands and grab the band itself rather than the handle. If you're extra tall, you might not have to. Spread your feet a little for some added tension. Remember, we're pulling straight back here. We're not going up. We're not going out to the side. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, hit it. As I drop my bands, I've got a lot of jingling going on. Got a little melody happening. We can actually be a band. We promised band puns.
Did we?
I think so. Hop on the bandwagon. What other band puns are there?
I didn't do the research beforehand. I
Yeah.
can't make these up on the spot.
If you guys think of any wonderful band puns, please leave them in the comments. More than halfway done now. If you need to, you can narrow the feet, make it a little bit easier. Otherwise, keep them wide, keep that tension. 15 more seconds. You should feel this in your back, a little bit in the triceps, and of course, working the grip strength as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more rep. Nice job. All right, we are on to tricep extensions next. Here's how to do them.
Create a loop with the center of the band on the floor in front of you. The larger the loop, the more tension will be on the bands. Step down with one foot on the loop. For loop or connected bands, step inside the band so the band does not hit you while you are pulling back. Start with your arms bent by your side. Take a firm grip and extend or kick your arms back by straightening your elbows back behind you. Slowly reverse the motion to the starting point of the rep. Keep the full range of motion during the exercise. If it gets too difficult at any point, lift your foot, decrease the size of the loop, or undo the loop entirely and keep going.
So with our tricep extensions here, similar to the bicep curl, we are making that loop on the floor. However, if you are with the full body or full circle band here, you're going to step into that band so the back of the band is behind you, so you're not hitting yourself in the hips as you go up here. Christine demonstrating there for us. So our arms are going to go up, and we're going to kick back. Ready here in 3, 2, 1, hit it. As you come forward on the rep, don't drop your elbows down. We're not pulling up and kicking back. We're just extending straight back here. You may find that this is a bit more difficult if you keep in the same band the whole way through. There's a lot more muscle in the shoulder press available to you than there is in the tricep extension. So if you need to, pause the video, change the color of the bands, keep going. Or if it's just a little bit too hard, remember you can always decrease the width of that circle here, lifting up the foot, dropping it back down, and keep going. You've got 20 seconds left in this exercise. Keep it moving, 15 seconds to go. Feel that burn in those triceps. Get as much range of motion as you can. Remember not to drop that elbow back down. Keep yourself bent. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Nice job. That one's a good burn. Got our last exercise of round 1, the lunge. Here's how to do it.
Step with one foot in the middle of the band and step your other foot behind you. For bands with handles, hold the handles up next to the shoulders. For loop or connected bands, take a firm grip of the band with your hands equally spaced apart and by the mid-chest or shoulders. Lower on your front leg until your knee is about 90 degrees. Make sure your knee does not track beyond the ankle to protect the joint. Keep the bands in place and press back up with your weight in the heel of the front leg.
All right, ready with our forward lunge. So, band comes in front of us. We are stepping down here Our bands or our hand comes up to the side of the shoulder here. We are staying in this lunge position rather than lunging back and forth like a normal standard lunge here. Ready in 3, 2, 1, hit it. So I've got my bands tucked behind my elbows here. That's a style thing, you don't need to. You can have them up by the shoulders, kind of wrapped around the wrist. You can have them up overhead, as long as they're by the level of the shoulder. That's what's most important. Keeping that constant tension on that front leading leg. Remember, we've got 2 rounds, so we've got another leg. Remember what leg you're using here so we can switch next round. And as with any lunge, make sure our knee is not going beyond the level of the ankle. So we're not hyperextending, not putting too much strain on that patellar tendon on that knee joint. Less than 20 seconds here to go. Almost done here. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, that concludes round 1. Give ourselves a full minute break here. Stepped on my band, made it kind of tiny. Pop that back open. Grab yourself some water, take a breather, towel off if you need to.
Get a lower grade band if you need it.
Absolutely. So if you found any particular exercise was too difficult, get a thinner band. Keep that thick band available to you, so you can always move back up in the exercise, move back up in the weight.
Gotta make sure my left leg is even with that last lunge. Keep that thicker band.
Definitely. You don't want to unbalance yourself there. That's a good point. So when we have our separated exercises going between right and left, make sure you keep that balance so you don't overtrain one side, undertrain the other. We have a couple seconds here left in our break. Then we're going back into our shoulder press. Remember, you can always double up on bands. If you are between, you can do the same thing for the closed circle. You just have to hold both. So go ahead, grab your band. If you need some more time, pause that video and come back when you are ready. Otherwise, we are taking our stance here. So we are hips width apart, standing on the band. Make sure those shoes are on. Remember, your attention here is controlled by how far apart your hips are. Your legs, I should say. More tension by wider legs, less tension by narrow legs. Starting here in 5, 4, 3, 2, hit it. Let's remember not to lock our elbows out on the upward motion here. You finish with a slight bend right overhead. Choose your pace, choose your speed. Try and keep moving if you need to. Bring them down in front, take a quick rest, take a few breaths, bring them back up. But what I'd rather see you do is narrow the gap between the feet, lessen the tension rather than stop moving. If you feel like you're ready for it, widen back up, keep pushing. We're here for about another 20 seconds or so. Pace yourself. Mind your foot positioning. Really feeling that burn towards the end. Roll the neck around. I'm gonna close my gap. Keep pushing here. 5, 4, 3, 2, done. Nice job.
Untangling yourself a little more gracefully than I.
There is no grace in these types of things. That's all right. So we have our squat up next. Grab whatever color band you use for squats. As I untangle my own band from being stepped on. Give ourselves a little more time. Remember, you can always pause that video, come on back when you feel like you are ready, when you've caught your breath. Give ourselves another 5 seconds here. Getting in position. In 3, 2, 1, hit it. So be mindful of your range of motion here. Come down as low as you can, but the tension is on that upward motion. So as you're coming up, the bands are extending, and it gets a little bit tougher each time you come up. If you can drop low, go ahead and drop low. If you can only drop a few inches, perfectly fine. This isn't about having a perfect rep each time. It's about showing up, improving, always being better than you were yesterday. You always have a goal to shoot for, something to strive for. You can always increase that range of motion by pushing yourself further in subsequent days. We're almost done here. We've got 20 seconds left to go, I believe. 5, 4, 3, 2, nice job. Give yourself a breather and go ahead and grab the color that you used for your bicep curl. I think I used black. Whew. If you led with your right leg last time, switch into your left. So we'll have that forward stance with the loop beneath us. Stepping on that with that left leg. Give ourselves a little more breathing time here. Remember, the wider the loop, the larger the loop, the more strain you put on the biceps. Decrease that loop size for a little bit easier time. Get that athletic stance going. Starting ourselves off in 5, 4, 3, 2, hit it. So already noticing that was too much for me, so I'm going to decrease my size of my circle here. Curling straight up with as much range as you can, and lowering all the way back down. Get that full stretch in the bicep. If you're having problems with your range here, just decrease the size of that circle, even down to all the way unraveled, and then pull up. But if you can, keep that tension, keep pulling. We have 15 seconds left to go on this exercise. Ready in 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, luckily we get to take a seat next. So we have our seated rows. Taking a nice seat on the floor. Lean on back, feels good to sit down. So remember, if you have the open bands like these, you may have to choke up on the band itself rather than grabbing the handles, unless this height is good for you, which it very well might be. Otherwise, choke on up for some added difficulty, spread the legs or narrow them, depending on where you want to be with that tension. All right, you ready to start?
I'm ready.
All right, give ourselves 5, 4, 3, 2, hit it. Back to our jingles here. Did you think of any other band puns yet?
No, I've been too busy counting.
Too busy counting?
Can't think of creative puns and work out at the same time.
That's fair. Hopefully the comment section will have some for us. We are 20 seconds in here. Adjusting that leg positioning as you need to. Pulling straight back. More than halfway in now. Make sure you're pulling with even tension on both arms here. You don't want one just pulling, the other one kind of lagging behind. Just 10 seconds left. Hang in there. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Get that last rep in and done. Nice job. 2 exercises left in round 2. So up next we have our tricep extension. Remember, if you led with your right leg, lead with the left this time, or vice versa. Whatever you started with, just make sure you're doing the other one to keep those legs balanced. This is another loop-based exercise, so try and remember what you had for your loop size in that beginning there, at round 1. Having a hard time making my loop. There we go.
Remember to step through if you have the continuous loop band.
Absolutely, good reminder there. All right, we're here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hit it. So our arms have pulled up. They are kicking straight back. Elbows are not going back down all the way. They're 15 seconds in now. Quarter of the way done. Remember, if you need to, decrease the size of that loop. Or increase if you don't have enough tension. We're halfway in. Kicking straight back, going straight forward. Try and keep that level of control. Don't just allow yourself to bop back and forth here. Less than 20 seconds on the clock now. Decrease the size of my circle for the last 10 seconds. We're out here for 5, 4, 3, 2, done. All right, that is the end of the last exercise of round 2. Strong work. Take a moment, get your breath back, get some water. We have finished all 6 exercises 2 times. Balance the arms and the legs. Nicely done. But of course, we still have our mystery bonus. And what is our bonus for today?
Our bonus is a curl, squat, press exercise using the band to get your full body.
That's right. So we've got a combination exercise, like Christine said, 3 different moves, things that we have done so far today. So go ahead and grab yourself a band or pause the video if you need a little bit more of a break. We'll show you how it's done here. Taking a nice hips width stance. Hands starting around the level of the quads, the thighs. We'll curl up, we'll squat down, we'll come back up, we'll press up. Hands will come back down. Oh, I made it backwards a little bit. So hands by the thighs, curl up, squat down, press up. Curl up, squat down, press up. There we go. These compound motions, good exercise in the brain too. All right, we'll give ourselves another 20-30 seconds or so. Depending on which band you are using, the motion really is the same here. These are really great to buy. You can get any color of band for this exercise. Since it is a compound motion, I recommend going with a lighter color, or a lighter thickness, I should say. All right, you ready? Going 3, 2, 1, curl, squat, up, press. Curl, squat, up, press. Oh, no. See, we're already messing up. Curl, squat, press. Curl, squat, press. You can narrow your gap between your legs a little bit, but remember we want to keep good squat form here. So you can't narrow them too much, but you can always take a breather, pause between reps for a little while. I'm messing up my form here. Compound motions and talking is a lot. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be moving. You need to be here, showing up, getting the work done. That's what's important.
Working on that form, even if you're going slow.
I think we have passed our minute mark here. I'll give it another 3, 2, 1. All right, nicely done.
We like to keep it a mystery.
Mystery to us. Clocks are hard, time is hard. But mystery bonus, maybe a minute, maybe more, maybe less. Who knows? So nice work, everyone. You have completed the full body band exercises for today and the mystery bonus. The absolute mystery bonus. So just because the workout is over does not mean the lifestyle is. It's your bonus challenge for the week. Step out of your comfort zone. Find something new and different and go explore it. It's always good to go to new places, meet new people, explore new cultures, find new food, anything to really expand your horizons and grow as a person. So now that we are done, I can say thank you for joining us, and please remember to like and subscribe. You can turn on those notifications to get any kind of workout that we post. Make sure you don't miss it. And if there is anything you would like to see us do in the future, please leave a comment down below. We will make sure to get that in a future video. And no matter where you are in your fitness journey, you'll always fit with us. Thanks, and we'll see you next time. See ya.